I'm Elliott-Carter.
And I'm Mick Thomas.
And this is the INTELLECTRO CONTROVERSE
podcast. Speaking of Dre and Snoop, sorry to change the topic a little bit. Have y'all heard the new Eminem song?
I have. Have you?
Okay, so it is with it's his album's about to come out. Yeah, it's with Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, oh shit,
Oh, yeah.
Eminem and Beyonce. This has to be crazy, right?
Tell me it's not.
Well, I'll tell you this way. Lyrically, what he's basically saying is mumble rap and all that has completely, ruined the hip hop that he loved.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also self-doubting himself because I think everybody knows him being too technical,
Yeah.
like in the Rap God song and his vocals, I guess.
He's acknowledging a lot of people's criticism
Yeah.
for him. I get it.
Yeah.
I get his message too. That's why I told you. I was like, I know what he's saying. I get it. I did not like his delivery.
No.
I didn't like the beat.
Well, it's the same type of
Who made the beat?
I think Rick Rubin, maybe?
Yeah, it was Rick
Yeah,
Rubin.
Rick
You're right,
Rubin,
you're
okay.
right, it was. And Skylar Grey wrote for Beyonce. for the
Yeah, she's a great songwriter, by the way.
Yeah.
I respect
And
her.
I mean,
Check that out, definitely.
But it's a weird for this to, because this is the song.
This
is
is
the
a
song
single,
to go
yeah.
to the album because the album's coming out in a couple weeks
Hi,
ago.
my name is The Real Slim Shady. Without Me, what was that? Just Lose It.
Oh, that was another one.
I like Just Lose It. I didn't like We Made You. I did like I'm Not Afraid. That one gets me going.
I hate that song until I saw it live. Like when I was like with 55,000 people
I get
in
you.
Switzerland, everybody's singing it. You're like,
Yeah.
oh.
But he's
It's
had
crazy.
some pretty good first singles. That's
Yeah.
my point. That one was not. I thought that one should have been like maybe a bonus track or something.
And this one on Eminem's new album?
This is
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
got an album come out this month, maybe next week or the week after. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's next week.
Next week, okay.
And what's crazy is like they have this whole ad to it of this being like some like old person medicine or something.
Yeah.
So they have this whole comedic ad
Yeah.
as his.
Well, it's going with the theme with the relapse and the recovery.
Yeah, and this is
all
called
that.
Revival.
Yeah.
Right,
What
right.
get me about music is sometimes like with you, when I see the video, it gives me a new perspective of the song and I might like it.
Yeah.
But sometimes songs grow on me late. Like that one Drake song, Passion Fruit. I was telling my girl the other day when we was hearing it, I like it now. But when it first came out, as soon as I heard that little click, in case somebody say they like it, I don't want to hear anybody, I don't want to have to leave it here for 1 second. I was like, oh shit, that's that song, click, click. And it's really crazy, the song is so old, but all of a sudden, like for this week, that's my jam. Hope nobody judges me, but.
Why?
That's my jam. My girl's like, if you play Passion Fruit one more time.
Well, I want to hear your point of view on this question because you are a hip hop artist.
Right.
I've been like that a lot. What he just said, like I would hate something, but then I would love it. I'm not. I don't know if it's because I'm getting old, but I'm not.
That's what I was thinking. I blamed
But-
it on the age.
I was talking to my girl the other day. I was like, when Jeezy came out, I didn't like them. I love Jeezy now. Jeezy's a great Southern artist.
Right.
When it came Lil Boozy, I was like, this is one of the worst hip hop artists of all time. I love Lil Boozy now. I like his content. But nowadays, like the mumble shit, I can't be open. I just don't get it. I don't understand it.
Well, I was about to say, yeah, it's through all different times. Like you were saying, I remember listening to Lil Jon. I was like, oh, well,
Yeah, he was another one.
yeah. But here's the thing: all those artists though who did that style, right? That say like D4L or any of that
E40
that
or
crunk.
something, yeah.
Well, not E40. E40's kind of
He's different.
He's different because he had his own type of sound.
He
but-
actually was saying something. That's the
Yeah.
thing. He said actual words, and,
Yeah.
and if he didn't,
Or-
it's
or-
kind of
or
like
he'd make his own
he
slang up.
rearranged it. But you knew the word kind of rhymed with the real word.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
figure it out real easy.
But with it now though, currently is those artists are not famous anymore. Lil Boozy, for example, that was like that type of sound. He doesn't have that type of sound anymore. So
Nah.
now people are forgetting him. Same
Yeah.
thing with a lot of the Southern artists. Now you look at this mumble rap stuff. You look at your Lil Yachty's, Lil Perp. They're taking advantage of it right now. But
You
you
ain't gonna hear
honestly
about
think
it,
that
maybe.
sound's going to come? Like,
I don't think so.
I think the next thing it's going to be is going to be in some dance type of EDM type of rap music. I think that's the next thing that's going to go to. But one thing that's, like I always say, the one thing that still stays though is real hip hop music.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So a lot of people
We
say
still
hip-hop
talking
is
about
dead.
Nas and Eminem
For
and
some
Jay-Z
reason, it
still.
still stays.
Yeah, we still talking about the
because
gods.
people want to hear talent. They still
Of
want to hear
course.
lyrics. There's people who appreciate music,
Kendrick,
and then there's
J.
people
Cole.
who just use music as to dance, and that's
Of
it.
course.
You know, and so for the people who actually appreciate the art and are the ones who are going to stay.
So you're saying whenever you cross that certain line,
Yeah.
you're good for life.
Exactly. So you can either be, the flavor of the month artist, or you could just be an artist.
Okay.
And be completely different, not copying anything, and you're original. Guess what? People are still going to listen to it,
Are you an Eminem fan?
Yes, I'm an Eminem fan. I think it's kind of like you can either be in hip hop or you could be hip hop.
Like the
You
culture?
know? Yes, because
compared
like to me,
music,
like Nas,
right.
you know who I respect the most on most artists? It's amazing how, I don't know if it's a marketing scheme, and if it is, it's brilliant to me. Because you ever have those artists, for example, Nas, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, you're thirsty waiting for their next album, and they're just like, we're not thirsty for money, we might throw it out in 2 years, but when it come out, it's the best thing you ever heard, you've been waiting for it so long. Until those guys will always be relevant because we'll always be thirsty for that delivery that they have.
I don't think,
I would love to hear Andre 3000 album.
He's not going to do it.
No, he's not.
He's already said it.
Oh my God!
I would love it
But you feel me though?
I feel you though. I would love,
you
we
feel
all
that
would love
drive
it, yeah.
you feel right now just from saying that. If Andre 3000 put out an album,
so many people. I guarantee it would go platinum.
Like
Or if
hours.
Outkast, even Outkast, if they decide to come back. and
I'd
do
rather
one
see
more
the
album,
Outkast and Andre. You know,
Yeah.
I would go for the.
And I'm saying like a
before
full
Andre.
Outkast album,
Yes.
not like the left.
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. It depends on which Outkast album we're talking about.
Not the Love Below
You know,
and-
yes.
and,
Now, if it's like the
Speaker
Southern
Box.
Playalistic, then yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lemon Eye. Yeah.
I think it's an artistic, tactical firing of certain things. Because even Elvis said, leave making him want more.
Yes.
In encore, he would always just, boop, he's
Yep.
out. Once he's out, he's out.
Mm-hmm.
So if Jay-Z
That was a little
releases
bit-
an album, they know you're going to wait 2 years, 3 years for it because you know that they're going to come out with something more.
But I was going to get with.
But it's not going to be.
But I was going to
Good
get to the
point.
point though with one person though that you said, like you said, Jay-Z, Nas, yes, but I do see not an expiration date, but the fan base changing. For example, Dr. Dre, we've been waiting for Detox forever.
That's not
and he
coming.
dropped in Compton. I love, by the way, that album.
I love Compton. A lot of people didn't like it. I loved it too.
I loved it.
Production was amazing.
But guess what?
I learned that
Sales
Anderson Paak from him.
weren't, sales weren't crazy. People weren't talking about it.
Nah.
And it's kind of sad
Different
because
time.
exactly that's what I was going to get to. Now Jay-Z still like he'll drop 444 and still like very successful. Of course, he does his a little different. I think this is how he stays relevant. He goes to companies, whether the past Magna Carta, he did it with Samsung. This one he did with Sprint. He's like, these companies pay for this album, so you guys get the exclusive.
So he's
first.
already got his money.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Because I think he doesn't want to look like he's not the king anymore.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? Because
Jay-Z, you little.
So the name of the game basically is staying relevant. You think so too?
as you're saying, as in like the goats, like the
Like
top tier artists.
just, I mean, because if he's going to the companies like Samsung, the way Jay-Z is that more of to stay relevant, or is it more for album sales? So is it more for security of pay?
I think it's a little bit of both, right? So here's 2 million albums sold right then and there, just signing it to Sprint because they're going to give it to 2 million of their customers. So that's automatic.
So he's made his check.
Yeah, he's already got platinum.
Yeah.
Right then and there. So he's looking at this way, and he's an artist that can do that, right? Like you couldn't tell, when like Lil Yachty to be like, hey, give me 2 million.
You're like, get the hell out of here, Yachty.
Exactly. But no, to your answer, I think it's a little bit of both. Okay, so one of my friends in Germany, right? He's one of the biggest artists in Germany. He's like the Jay-Z of Germany. And one thing I know about him is he hates the lifestyle he has to keep. So he has to buy the nicest cars and the newest clothes because he has that image that he has to keep up. But if you actually sat down and talked to him, he's one of the most normal, like
It's like us.
yeah, like he doesn't like that lifestyle, but he has to for his image.
That sucks.
Yeah. So
For the fan base, because that's what the fan base want to see.
yeah, because if you're the king of rap in Germany, you have to look
You
like
have
the
to be
king
the king.
of rap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flashy lights.
Yeah.